Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be answering 11 SEO questions that you guys have sent in. Some of these questions are from beginner SEOs, potentially even business owners, and some of the questions are a little bit more advanced. So, question number one, how much does SEO cost? This entirely depends on where you are located. If you're, like, for example, a business, or if, say, for example, you're an e-commerce store, what you're trying to rank for. So if, say, for example, we're trying to rank for best running shoes, you're obviously gonna need to spend a lot more money on that. However, if you are trying to rank for plumbing services in Milwaukee, for example, um, you're going to need to spend a lot less. So it can vary. I would probably say that a good SEO strategy would, as a minimum, would be about £1,000. So like $1,200, $1,000. That's where the ballpark figure is. And it also depends on what you are getting as a service as well. So if you're signing up to an SEO agency, you want to know what they are providing you. Is it just content? Is it content and links? Are they doing technical? Um, some months they might be mixing it up. Some months they might only deliver you content. The next month they might deliver you links. The next month they might be looking at your technical SEO. So just bear that in mind if you are looking to hire an SEO agency. If you're looking to do it yourself, it can obviously be a lot cheaper. However, just remember that you will be learning on the job if you've never done it before. So yes, it might be cheaper, but you might be spending more time. So you always need to bear that in mind when you are doing SEO yourself. Question number two, once I start SEO, how long will it take to get rankings? This completely comes down to your budget. If, say, for example, if I'm your competitor and I'm spending, let's say, 10 grand a month or 10,000 a month, and you're only spending 1,000 a month, there is obviously, I'm going to be able to scale out more content on my website. I'm going to be able to scale out more links, and my website is just overall going to get quicker results. So again, it comes down to how much money you are looking to spend. That being said, with a decent budget, let's say you're spending a couple grand a month to 3,000 a month, you should be able to get results fairly quickly within a 3 to 6 month mark. Again, it depends on the keywords that you are trying to go after. Typically speaking, for a medium keyword, you're probably going to need to spend, like, let's say 2,000, 3,000 a month, and you are probably going to get results or some form of results in about 6 months' time. And again, it does come down to the history of your website. So if you are a brand new website that you've just registered today, bear in mind you don't have any history. Google doesn't know who you are. So you need to build up a lot of page rank or link juice or power through to your website. So just bear that in mind. Why should I continue SEO once I've gotten good rankings? This is a really good question, actually, because a lot of business owners think that, oh, brilliant, I'm ranking position one for my main keyword. I'm going to switch off SEO, or I'm going to stop doing SEO. Now, that's actually quite possibly one of the worst things that you can do. Mainly because obviously your competitors are always trying to outperform you. So just bear that in mind if you are looking to switch off your SEO. Just because you're ranking position one now doesn't mean that you're going to be ranking position one in 2 months' time. So it's always good to just basically build a moat around your business. Say, for example, if you are ranking for lawyers in London, why not rank for lawyers in Southampton or lawyers in Manchester? Try and rank for various different towns and cities that are relevant to where you are. So if say, for example, you are ranking for moving company in New York, why not rank for moving company in Brooklyn? Try and pick apart different locations. Same goes with, like, if, say, for example, you're an e-commerce store, if you are ranking for buy white t-shirts, why aren't you ranking for buy black t-shirts, buy blue t-shirts, buy funky design t-shirts, etc., etc. So SEO is never really a done or a finished game. There's always different variations of your keywords and more search volume that you can definitely be ranking for, which means obviously you're getting more exposure through to your website, which means more clicks, which means more traffic, which means more revenue. So just bear that in mind if you are looking to switch off SEO. It's always one thing to bear in mind. Is there more mileage that I can get out of my SEO campaign? The next question is, how long does it take to rank on Google? So yeah, I feel like I've already answered this one, but again, it depends on your website. If it's a new website, your budgets, and it also depends on what your competitors are doing as well. I've already kind of answered this, but if, say, for example, your competitors every month they're sticking out, let's say, or publishing 20 new articles on their website. If you're only publishing 3 or 4 articles, you're always going to be kind of fighting an uphill battle. So just bear that in mind when you are looking to get or when you are doing competitor analysis, because that's super important, what your competitors are doing and what you're doing physically. What are the most important Google ranking factors? This is a really good question, and again, it depends on the type of website. So let me explain. If, say, for example, you are a local business, and let's say you are trying to get your Google My Business to rank higher, obviously reviews, it's a lot. So if, say, for example, you have done, let's say, 10 plumbing jobs, if you can send out the review URL to your 10 previous clients and you can get reviews based from them, then happy days. Reviews is going to essentially boost your Google My Business. Same goes with like CTR as well. Through to your Google My Business, if people are essentially landing on your Google My Business, looking at previous photos, looking at the reviews that you've got, all of that helps. It's a positive ranking factor in Google's eyes. However, if you are an e-commerce store, making certain that you have got your subtopics and your subcategories all divided. So a lot of people think, I've got an e-commerce store, I'm going to publish 10,000 products. That's not actually the case. What you should be doing is categorizing all of your products and creating a good user experience, and then essentially doing any off-page SEO. So yeah, it does depend on the actual type of website that you are trying to rank. I could deep dive into this, but these were meant to be like fast-paced, quick answers. So yeah, I would say that just look at what your competitors are doing and try to build a relevant style of website. If they've got relevant backlinks, obviously you need to go and get some relevant backlinks. If they have got um, if they've got more reviews than you, try and get more reviews by contacting your previous client base. If, say, for example, you're a local business, if you are an affiliate website, again, content velocity is key, making certain that you are covering the topic in its entirety. So, yeah. Should I do SEO and PPC? This depends. So, I feel like every answer I've answered it, I start off with this depends. If, say, for example, you are a brand new business and you're trying to get inquiries fairly quickly to your website, then try to do both. Try to do SEO for the long tail or the long term game plan. But PPC, you can definitely do start off the bat, just to get some initial business in. The good thing about PPC is that you can very quickly get loads of business in. However, you can burn a lot of money very quickly if you don't know which keywords that you should be bidding on. So just bear that in mind. There are definitely pros and cons to both SEO and PPC. Obviously, the pro to PPC is that you can very quickly get inquiries and get more business into your website. The cons are the fact that you can burn a lot of money very quickly if you don't know what you're doing. SEO, it is a longer term play. You're not going to get instant results, unfortunately. But that being said, you're not going to end up burning a load of money if you're doing things correctly, if you're hiring an expert, if you're doing keyword research correctly. Which page speed should I aim for? Now, this is a common question that I get asked. I feel like that a lot of beginner SEOs think that if they have 100 page speed, they're going to rank for every single keyword under the sun, and it's not the case. I would just aim to have a good page speed. There's not a golden answer to this. There's not like, yeah, go and get a page speed of 94.2 and you're going to rank for 100% of your keywords. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Otherwise, I would be telling you guys to go and get a page speed of 94.2. However, just aim for a good page speed. I would probably say anything above 75 is probably good. And again, if you're scoring like early 70s, don't be disheartened by it. But just make certain that like when you're uploading images, they're optimized. Make certain that you don't have bloated code. Anything like that. But again, it's not going to light the world on fire. You're not going to go from position 6 to position 1 by improving your page speed. What will improve your page speed is backlinks, which is our next question. How many backlinks do I need? I get asked this a lot. I actually done a video on this because a lot of people think they need a lot more backlinks than what they actually need. However, I would be looking at grouping your competitors' links and essentially figuring out which links are the needle pushers and which links are just noisy links, as I like to call them, because there's a lot of noisy links when you actually start doing a little bit of manual digging into your competitors' backlinks. There's a lot of noisy links. Literally, I do this a lot, day in, day out, for a lot of my clients, and I want to say at least 40 to 50% of competitor backlink profiles are just noise. They're not needle pushing links by any means. So if, say, for example, you have got a competitor that has, let's say, 1,000 backlinks, I can guarantee you probably won't even need 1,000. You'll probably need about 400, 300 backlinks. And again, if you're doing quality links, it does definitely help. And this was another question. I'll deep dive a little bit more into this. How do I get other sites to link to mine? So there's various different ways that you can do this. You've got citations, you have got PR that you can do, you have got guest posting, you've got niche edits, a variety of all of these will help your website. And again, if you guys do need any help with like link building or anything like that, just make sure to check out kazradash.com, book in for a strategy call, and I'll be able to deep dive into your website and give you a better strategy going forward. Should I focus on link quantity or quality? So this kind of goes hand in hand with question number 8 that we had. However, like what I was saying before, there's a lot of noisy links. What I typically like to do is load up my competitors and manually, this is a manual process that my team does, they will check all of the links. Now, bearing in mind, because we've done this thousands of times, we have kind of like we kind of know before even clicking on each individual backlink that our competitors have, which links are good and which links are bad. So we kind of have like a rough guide, but we basically load up our competitor's website. Let's say we wanted to rank for, I don't know, best AC units. We'll load up the top 3 competitors into Ahrefs, and we will go individually and look at the links that those guys have, and we'll see which ones are like guest posts, which ones are niche edits, which ones are PR, and we'll try to get those links that they have. Now, another strategy that you can also do as well, which basically helps your links get seen more, or they're basically a little bit more powerful, is tiered link building as well. So for example, if I have a link from Forbes.com and you have a link from Forbes.com, if you go and build tier 2 links to your Forbes link, that means that you will have a more powerful Forbes link than myself, if that makes sense. I have spoke about this in detail before in previous videos, but definitely quality over quantity. I feel like the days of doing quantity links is long gone. I wish it wasn't, because those days were quite fun, but we're probably going back like 7 or 8 years where you could just load up GSA and do like 500-600 links in an afternoon. Now you need to definitely be focusing on more quality links. And again, there are certain industries that you can do quantity, but we probably won't get into that video. Like for example, there's different geos that the overall quality of the SERP, you can get away with a lot more spammy stuff. But in general, if like say for example you're in UK, you're in US, Canada, Australia, all of those geos, you definitely need to be focusing on quantity as opposed, or sorry, quality as opposed to quantity. Don't focus on quantity, quality. And what is PageRank? So PageRank, let me try and explain this as easily as I possibly can. So PageRank is basically the amount of link juice that is going to a certain page. So basically, if I have, this is just one Google algorithm or Google patent, by the way. There's multiple Google patents, but let's say Google only was ranking websites on PageRank alone. If I have, let's say, 60 PageRank going through to my best washing machines page, and you have 50, I would essentially have more PageRank than you, and I would rank higher. This is just one Google patent. Again, there's obviously like quality content, like there's millions of different patents, so just bear that in mind when I am talking about the PageRank. This is just one of the overall picture. So now that we know what PageRank is, it's basically like an individual scoring system for each of your individual pages. This basically means that both internal linking is super important and also off-page SEO is super important. So which pages on our website is getting the most internal links, and also which pages on our website is getting the most off-page SEO, like guest posts, niche edits, PR, etc. So a few years ago, people used to do what's called internal link sculpting. So they would essentially no follow certain links, basically try to like pass PageRank to their most important pages. Google has gotten a lot smarter about that now, so you can't really manipulate PageRank. However, with your internal links, you can definitely flow internal links to your most important pages on your website. So that is PageRank. I hope I have explained that as well as I can. I know that it is I could probably do an individual video just on talking about PageRank and do a deep dive into it, but that has been the 11 SEO questions that I've got. If you guys do have any questions, I can definitely do a follow-up video. We'll call it, we'll maybe even do this as a weekly series. So feel free to drop down any questions that you want me to answer down below. And if you guys want a free 15-minute strategy call, make sure to check out casualdash.com. Thanks.